Charlie Rangel joins us, the well-known congressman from the same state of New York. Congressman, the fact that North Carolina is tight, that this was a win for Mitt Romney last time, Donald Trump has only just now in this latest poll turned it around slightly to his advantage. He has narrowed the gap in some of these other states. Is the momentum on his side?
I don't know about momentum. I really believe that this election looks more like a political nightmare than anything else, and that it'd be good for our people and our nation when this is over. We find Mr. Trump, there's such a low standard of expectations, and he is the Republican nominee, and he is so ill-informed on all national and foreign policy issues. And now we're talking about the American people. I don't believe they're going to go to the polls evaluating whether the Secretary of State mishandled using her emails. I don't really believe it.
But do you think that it does add to an impression, we can't trust her, we can't trust her? And I agree with you, most Americans are not into this, like the journalists covering it or political types, but they just keep hearing it. And I think it's very analogous to like the Watergate period, where people just kept hearing stuff. And
I think you're right. But in the final analysis, if that is the worst thing that they can throw after her as a candidate for President of the United States, we have to deal with the economy, we have to deal with immigration, we have to deal with terrorism. This is like a pimple on the elephant's backside compared to the disaster that the Republicans have put up. I am thoroughly convinced that there's a lot of frustration among Americans, Democrats and Republicans, against Hillary, against Trump, against the government, against the Congress. And that frustration is being exercised. But when we get time to go to the polls and ask them who will they feel proud of in being President of the United States, I am thoroughly convinced it will not be Dan Trump.
All right. Well, you are a Democrat, and you're certainly open to that opinion. I will want to ask you, though, about why that seems to not be registering with independents. In other words, that of late, and you're right, Congressman, that can change, it seems to be breaking in favor of Donald Trump with that group that will ultimately decide this election. I'm wondering why that is. If you had to advise Hillary Clinton right now to stop what has been sort of a sluggish couple of weeks and to stop that slow bleed of independent support, how would you do it? What would you tell her?
I couldn't advise her, but I certainly would know the reason for it. In America, we all have accepted if you work hard, if you have dreams, that in America you can achieve those dreams. In my neighborhood, if a kid graduated or was about to graduate from college, his future was pretty well assured. Today, having a college degree doesn't mean that you're employed, doesn't mean that you can leave your parents' house. And globalization, high tech, lack of productivity, and what happened with the fiscal market with those who lost their houses and savings, and also the disparity between hardworking people and the magnates that run our multinational corporation. It's enough for people to say, hell no, I'm tired of it. And I don't care whether they're Democrats, independents,
but that group that's tired of it and frustrated is taking it out on the party in control of the White House, right?
Well, they're expressing everything that they can now.
All right.
But what I'm saying, Neil, is when that vote is taken, they have to decide what's in the best interest of their community and their country, and it won't be Trump.
All right. I'm just curious, Charlie, did you miss me while I was out?
I always miss you, Neil. Your voice is such one of reason. It's too bad you're on the wrong political side of the issues.
You have no idea what political side. Seriously, Congressman, very good seeing you again. Thank you very, very much.
God,
Charlie Rangel.
with you.